Here's a quick video about freedom from complaint. Would anybody be interested in freedom from complaint? I think so. I think so. Well, what do we complain about? A little list, a short list of what do we complain about? I don't know. What do you complain about? I have complained in my life, and I think many of us complained about probably our employment. People get up and go to work, and maybe you don't, or you complain about people at your employment, or maybe complain about where we live. Oh, I know what we complain about. We complain about the weather. um, we complain about our health sometimes. We complain about our partner's relationship. What do we complain about? Oh, how we're feeling. We complain about government. We complain about, yes, the complaint list. Gosh, it's huge. Unfortunate we must be to have this long complaint list. Should write it out sometime. What are the main things in your life that you complain about? And just look at it and see what the heck are we doing in complaint. It's amazing. And if I've been around quite a few years, and I've looked at lots of possibilities of how to not complain. I've done gratitude lists, and then I still found myself complaining. And I even complained about doing gratitude lists. you know, uh, Look at the glass half full instead of half empty. I've, changed my attitude, uh, all of that kind of stuff. There's been lots of training in my life, groups and accepting myself and learning to love myself and all of this stuff that different teachers have been trying to teach me and books have been trying to teach me. So they're philosophical or philosophies, of life, and I don't know, I couldn't live them, uh, and maybe you can, but I was unable to live them. I had to find something else that was more real for me to live free of complaint. And there's a huge reason to be free of complaint. I want you to recognize this. The huge reason to be free of complaint that I see, that's the most daunting reason, is that we actually create what we complain about. Like, well, we fear, we bring about what we're against, we bring about. Being out there against things creates those things. Being in complaint creates what we complain about. Holy shit. If you get that at its deep level, it's like, my gosh, if I'm complaining about my health, then wow, I'm going to create ill health. If I'm complaining about my finances, I'm going to create, you know, lack of finances. And if I'm going to complain about my partner, she is, or he, in whatever the case may be, is going to be more of what I'm complaining about. So, but it just seemed that I couldn't bring myself to correct those from a intellectual way. I couldn't kind of have the will to do that, and so I'd be restless and irritable and discontent. And in our 12-step where we talk about accepting life on life's terms. Life on life's terms. What does that mean? I have to be with what is in each moment. So how can I be with what is in each moment if I'm not here? And this is the road to freedom from complaint of any sort. And that is to be here now. And it's a concept in a way that many of us are saying, like, I don't know how to do that. How do I get to this moment? And if you're watching this and you're wondering, what the hell is he talking about? How do I get to this moment? Aren't I here? Well, no, we're often not here. And so is there a practice to being here? I guess, but once we discover that we've been living in our story, that we've been living in our belief systems, that we're living in our conditioned ideas of life, They're limiting ideas of life, and we're not truly tapped in to, our to now. Who's in the now? Well, our higher power is in the now. Everything is in the now. Our creation world, the life is in the now. And how do we get into that? So I can talk a lot more about what it's like to not live in the now than I can about what it is to live in the now, because when I'm truly present, it's like, I kind of disappear, because the story of David disappears. And the story of all the things that my identities and my attachments and my idea of status and where I fit in and who likes me and who doesn't like me and all of that just kind of disappears, and there's freedom. And it doesn't mean that I don't still have a life and I need to still brush my teeth or take a shower or get up and live life, and it's way more vibrant, actually, way more alive, and way more free. It's a little dangerous for us in a way because we're so used to the constraints of our complaint. We're so used to living in this world of not enough, this world of fear or anger or guilt or shame. But there's freedom in the moment. So what is the price we pay to live in the moment? I mean, it's available to everybody, absolutely everybody. That freedom is not exclusive. It's available to everybody. So how do we get into this moment? We get into this moment by paying attention, by surrendering, all of our stuff. And so let's just do it. We're going to do a little meditation, and I'm just going to take you there, as best as I can. So get yourself ready. Just sit down, get comfortable, and we're just going to go there just for a minute, okay? Into this nothingness. And just so wherever you are, if you're in the car, pull over just for a minute, just stop and sit down. Wherever you are, just sit and just, first of all, become aware of where you are. In my case, I'm sitting in the walkout basement in my home, and I've got my feet on the floor. The house is just, so quiet. It's beautiful. There's not a sound. And if you're in a situation where there is sound, include the sound. Be aware of the sound. Just let it in. So we're going to be in our body, feel our feet and our legs, our butt, our back. Just be in our body, come into our breath, into our shoulders, into our jaw. Just let it relax. Often we hold all our stories in our neck and our jaw and our shoulders. Just let it go. Into the breath, here now. Here we are. Just going to let go of our story. All our beliefs, just going to leave them behind just for a minute. We can pick them up later. Let go of our name. Let go of our identity as a man or a woman. Let go of our identity as a mom or a dad, or as a brother or a sister, or a son or a daughter. Just let it all go just for a minute. Our identity of what we do, if we're a doctor, or, if we're a truck driver, or a biker. Just let it all go. Just for a couple of minutes, just drop into this space in this moment. Totally free. Just feel the energy start to move in our body as we relax into this space, into this moment, into now. Nothing is here in this moment but this moment. Come inside. If there are sounds, we hear them inside, not outside. Everything is inside in this moment, and outside is even inside in this moment. We are all things. We are part of everything. We don't have to imagine anything, just experience. being free of all conditioning, all beliefs. Watch the mind. Sometimes it wants to tell a story. Just let it go. Remember, we're not our thoughts. They kind of run on their own, don't they? And we can watch them. But even go beyond watching your thoughts into the nothingness, into the emptiness, into the isness of this moment, where true freedom is. Nothing to fix, nothing to change, nothing to get away from, nowhere to go, no next, no practices, no mantras, no beliefs, only this moment. So whatever the circumstances in one's life might have been, we're free in this moment of those circumstances. We are free. In this moment. So you can come back to this space anytime, anywhere. And as we drop in and realize that we are so much more than our story, and we realize that we're, the possibility of living in our full potential of freedom is there at all time. There is no time. As we go through life, we can be in this space, totally free. So watch as we go through life for complaint. Complaint can then just bring us into the moment. As soon as we see that we're in complaint, come to this moment. Awake to this moment. When fear comes, use it to bring us into the moment. If anger comes, use it to bring us into this moment. Thank you. That's the story. That's it. Love you. Thank you. If you're on YouTube, I'd love it if you'd subscribe. And this is the message. It's so simple and easy. So simple and easy. Be here now.